Hi, I'm Jon Chattman, and I'm just listening to a song. And I've always wanted to do kind of a voice kind of thing, so, but I don't think these chairs turn out.
No, they don't turn well.
Yeah. So that was amazing, and I mean, this just kind of, first of all, the whistling, holy shit. I mean, do you do that on like a regular basis? You can whistle that good? Or there's some shows where like...
Every once in a while, like I haven't whistled all day or something like that, and I'll feel this like, kind of like, because you know, you're like, you got your mouth wide open to sing, and then all of a sudden you're like, and it's like, it's like my muscles go like, what are you doing? I get a little error.
That's like Snow White Disney good whistling.
Oh, thanks, yeah. I was a dwarf at one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up with it.
So, I mean, you've been around a while, but I feel like, finally, it seems that everyone and their mother, literally everyone and their mother, is discovering you.
Wow.
The right? Yeah. There's a lot of moms.
Some milk action. Hot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's not where I was going, but I'll take it.
Let's take it there. Why not?
But do you know if there's a reason why, like, now it just seems like you're about, if you haven't already, just blow up huge?
Well, I think that I have some songs that are connecting hard with people, you know, and that go along with like just my voice and my vibe, you know. And I think it's hard sometimes to get your voice, your music, your look, and everything like where it makes sense, and the timing of it all, you know. It's like I feel like, you know, like people are not ready for certain things at certain times. Like, you know, sometimes I wonder if Janis Joplin would have had the same career trajectory if she came out like 10 years ago or now, or, you know, maybe now, but like maybe like 10 or 20 years ago, it would have been like, you know, she would have just like wouldn't even know who she was. Like, it's just like, there's timing. It's like, you know, when you read like books, if you read that Motley Crue book, and you say, and like people say like, you know, like these guys were walking down Sunset Boulevard with like, you know, spike heels. They were like straight guys who was like walking down with fishnets and high heels on. It's like, and you're just like, only at that time would that have been possible. It's just like there's a lot of timing goes into music, and I think, you know, that's what goes down. And I think, you know, I kind of just was writing music, and I didn't have a agenda this time, and you know, and before I have, you know, I went from being an indie artist to being signed to a major and being, you know, pushed to write pop songs that were not necessarily something I could really stand behind hard. They were good songs, but not something that was like really like the depth of my soul. Right. Good.
Well, I mean, when you were doing that stuff, was there in the back of your mind, you're like, all right, I'll do the shit that I really want to do later on. Right now, I'll just do this. Or was it just kind of like you were kind of seeing where it was all going?
I was just seeing where it was going. Like you know, I was trying to be open-minded to the concept of songwriting, and not try to be like, no, I know what's best. You know what I mean? Because like I had the opportunity to work with some very big people, and I wanted to give them a chance, but you know, to show me some shit. You know.
Yeah.
But I think that like it's a very slippery slope to let people help you, and then to let them lead you down the wrong path. Like you, like having worked with artists in the same exact position as myself, I feel like I've seen people be very like grab the reins and really, you know, show who's boss in the studio, and people who are like kind of looking for you to do that. And both things may or may not work, but it's definitely it's not easy, and it's not a definite. You know, it's a gamble always. You know, it's like there's how many artists signed a year, and how many do you hear out of those?
I see you moving with the ukulele. I'm just thinking, do you have any idea why all of a sudden like the ukulele is making like such a?
I know.
It ukulele?
It's very. It's kind of like almost like, because when I picked it up, it was like, I think this September it'll be 3 years for us. And I think like right when I you know grabbed it, was like, I think it was before like, you know, the Jason Mraz song and stuff like that. Like I didn't know that it was gonna. I just knew that like it was fun. I was like, it was small, and I was always playing those small guitars, like, you know, like the Baby Martin or whatever. And I was always looking for like a small guitar, always, because I just like felt, you know, especially like, you know, in New York City, and just like through the subway and everything. You know, but when I started playing it, I just love the instrument. I don't care, you know, things go up and down in popularity, and what, you know, if it wanes, it wanes. If it doesn't, you know, I just like.
Listen, if it sounds good, you can play with it.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way that it sounds with my voice. I like how spare it is compared to like my voice, and it just like feels good, and you know.
I want you to know I'm totally ADD when it comes to like not interviews, but like with my cell phone and just watching you perform before. I didn't like even remotely look at it.
Oh, that's dope. You didn't text.
There's
no texting during
I didn't
one
text.
song.
I didn't
that's
go on Facebook.
You fucking pat yourself on the back.
I didn't Google anybody. No, but I mean, for me as an outsider.
Once.
No, but I mean, for me as an outsider who has absolutely no musical ability whatsoever, and I mean that seriously, like I can't do anything. Did you know when you were younger and like you just kind of unleashed this voice, or is it kind of something that you kind of nurtured?
Is a good word. I've always kind of been loud. Like that's the thing. I think like I've always been kind of like a bit of a loud belter, you know. And I also feel like I've tempered my, you know, how I use my voice more and more to like show it off and like hold back and then, you know. Yeah. Whereas like I think, you know, some of my other stuff or some of my, you know, shows was just like balls to the wall all the time, but yeah, you know, I'm loud. It's not, I don't know if it's like always so good, but I'm loud.
Oh, it's fucking great. What are you talking about? So before we wrap this up, Into the Wild, it was played on that commercial, the mountain climber. I forget what brand it is, and they're not paying me anything to promote them, so I'm just going to say a commercial with a woman. Which is it? City. Okay.
Citibank.
Okay. I'm a Met fan. I go to Citi Field. That's got to count, right? I don't know.
Do you face the field, or you keep your back toward the field until someone makes a hit?
Is this another voice reference?
Yeah.
I tend to watch TV just looking away.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. That's it. This texting.
I used to do my homework in the dark, too.
Really?